Hey everybody, off the Mike Sports Network here. SmackDown. We only have one Raw, one SmackDown, and one NXT until we're at WrestleMania. We are 8 days away at the time of this recording, and a very interesting SmackDown, in large part due to a lot of intrigue and some stuff that was done off camera, ironically, with two people that I panned for the segment and the unprofessionalism, and they actually turned that into a storyline. We'll talk about that in another video here, but the big story coming into SmackDown and now the looming question coming out of SmackDown is who is Randy Orton's opponent going to be at WrestleMania? Because he is going to be on the card. We started the show with him and Nick Aldis talking to each other. They threw some barbs at each other, and out comes Solo Sikoa. And seemingly, we are heavily hinting it has not been official yet. We still don't know, even going off the air, but it's heavily hinted. Randy and Solo were brawling in the main event out into the crowd. They were not seen near the closing moments of the show, where Jacob Fatu got in a bunch of offense on LA Knight to heat up their United States title match that's going to take place on WrestleMania Saturday. They did announce these cards, and a lot of things are going to be up for debate. This has kind of been a lackluster build, and these cards are not the greatest things in the world, but it's still WrestleMania, and it still feels like a big thing. But Randy Orton versus Solo Sikoa. And everybody is losing their fucking minds over the possibility of this being a WrestleMania match. Okay. I need everybody to calm down for a second because, guys, it's one match at WrestleMania. Kevin Owens may never wrestle again. The guy had to bow out of WrestleMania due to a very serious neck injury. This is almost unheard of and unprecedented in all of the years of WrestleMania, where a high-profile WrestleMania match with two of your biggest stars in a story that you have been building for well over a year gets axed due to injury 2 weeks out from the event. There is no right answer to this question. Zero. So anybody who is losing their fucking minds over this situation, you need to grow the fuck up. You need to grow the fuck up. There's 14, 15 other matches on this fucking show. You will not lose your sleep if Randy Orton beats Solo Sikoa in a mildly entertaining 10 to 12 minute affair in Las Vegas in 7-8 days time. First, also, side note, and I didn't even think about this until I started recording, Solo is from Las Vegas. He's billed from Las Vegas. So you know what? Listen, I understand that Solo is not everybody's cup of tea. But be honest with yourselves. Was there a better option than Solo? I think Solo's the safest and probably the best option for this situation in a Hail Mary effort to throw in an opponent at the last second. Everybody was talking about Nick Aldis potentially being the guy, considering all of the heat around this. Guys, Nick Aldis hasn't wrestled a match since he got to WWE 2 years ago. You really think that on 12 days notice, Nick Aldis is going to wrestle his first WWE match. His first WWE match. His first match that he's wrestled in a couple of years. You really think he's going to do that just because it's WrestleMania and Randy Orton needs an opponent? I think it's really cool that we would even entertain that idea. But come on. What are we doing? Let's keep going further down the list. Returning guys. Guys that are rumored to be back. Rusev, reportedly coming back. Aleister Black has been heavily hinted. There's no way that either one of those guys are facing Randy Orton because Randy Orton is winning at WrestleMania. Let's get it real. He is winning at WrestleMania. He's not losing. So you're not doing that. Some people wanted Carmelo Hayes. Guys, Carmelo Hayes is in a tag team with The Miz. And yeah, I don't like the way that he's been utilized, but I think at some point Carmelo is going to be heated up. But he is in no way, you're just doing that for a spot. You're doing it for the springboard, RKO that gives you a viral Randy Orton RKO from out of nowhere. And then Andrade would have been nice, but Andrade's not being utilized really to his potential. So it's just a random match. Solo Sikoa at least comes with some equity, considering he was in a feud with the tribal chief. Whether you love him or not, he got better throughout the course of the year. I think it's warranted and it's perfectly fine to have one match on this card with Randy Orton and Solo Sikoa. By the way, Randy Orton still has beef with the Bloodline. He's had beef with the bloodline for a long time. Okay. Granted, Solo wasn't really around when Solo wasn't really around so much when Randy, like, it was the Usos that really took Randy out with that back injury. But still, like, this is totally fine. This is not the end of the world. This is not a DEFCON, whatever you want to call it. This is not a Hail Mary. This is not a catastrophe. This is not the worst booking decision ever. Everybody needs to chill the fuck out and understand that WWE has their hands tied. They have their hands tied. And really, there's no right answer in this situation. But if you want to do something, like, I understand that they would want to take risks. But if it were me personally, and I love Nick Aldis, I would want his first match back to not be a Hail Mary situation and be something, thrown out of nowhere. Some people will mention to me, well, Kurt Angle's first match back in WWE was because there was a bunch of guys who had the mumps. I remember that. And you know what? That's totally fine. But that was a different era of wrestling. Also, that was TLC. This is Wrestle fucking Mania, guys. And it's Randy Orton. Come on. What are we doing here? Everybody's acting like Solo Sikoa is like this god's atrocity of a wrestler. It's like, he's fine. And Randy needs somebody that he can beat that has at least some equity. And be honest with yourself. Is there really a better option to throw on WrestleMania than Solo Sikoa? I mean, I could see any of the other guys that I mentioned, but it's just like there's drawbacks with any particular option. There's no good answer here. So the safest option is a guy that probably should have been on this card to begin with. And hey, he slots it nicely. It makes some level of sense. Randy's going to beat him. Who cares? Who cares? Just move the fuck on. Get over yourselves, guys. It's one match at WrestleMania. It's not going to kill you. Calm down. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this edition of Out the Top Rope. Thanks to the over 1,000 subscribers to this channel. I really appreciate it. I'm humbled and really just honored for all your guys' support over the last, 9, 10, 12 months. It's really just been insane. The outreach and just really the support that you guys have built in this community to, support just an idiot like me who just broadcasts and talks about wrestling and talks about other sports. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.